Royal pythons are native to West Africa. They're active at dawn and dusk, spending most of the day in underground burrows. These are complex animals and their needs are the same as those in the wild. So once you've considered the time and cost of keeping a royal python, you'll then need to replicate their natural habitat as closely as possible. This means they need a controlled environment that mimics the tropical forests and savannas where they originate if they're to be healthy in captivity.
A 4-foot vivarium is the minimum size we recommend for a single adult 4-foot royal python, as it allows them to stretch out fully. Reptiles cannot produce their own body heat, so we need to create a temperature gradient where heat is provided in one end of the enclosure, while the other end is kept cool. This allows the animal to select their own level of heat, which is essential for them to be healthy. In this vivarium, we are fitting a 60-watt ceramic heat lamp at one end of the enclosure. You may need to change the wattage depending on the size of your vivarium and the temperature of the room. The heat source needs to be guarded to prevent injury and controlled by a thermostat. Place the probe of a dimming thermostat at the back of the vivarium at the cool end and plug in the heat lamp. Check the temperature of the basking zone with a digital thermometer at the level where the animal would sit. Adjust the thermostat until you have a basking zone of 30 to 32 degrees. The cool end should be between 22 and 26 degrees. In a warm room, turn off the heating at night. You must check both the warm and cool ends daily to make sure your thermostat is working correctly.
In the wild, royal pythons hide in burrows for most of the day, but they can occasionally be seen at the mouth of the burrow in daylight. Sunlight contains visible light, ultraviolet and heat. Therefore, we must provide all of these in the vivarium. One type of ultraviolet, called UVA, is visible to reptiles. The other is UVB, which reptiles use to make vitamin D in their skin. This is vital for healthy bones, muscles, and for their immune system. Use a UVB lamp specifically made for reptiles. For a royal python, fit a 5% UVB tube to the top of the vivarium in a reflective fitting. UV decreases with distance, so in a taller vivarium you may need a more powerful lamp. Place the lamp at the end of the vivarium closest to the heater to create a photo gradient that matches the heat gradient. The cool end will be in shade, as it would be in the wild. Royal pythons need a day-night cycle, so switch off the lights at night.
On the floor of a vivarium, you will need to use a material called substrate. For royal pythons, you need a substrate that maintains humidity, such as forest bark. Add some sturdy branches for climbing and many hides throughout the vivarium. These should be the correct size for the snake to fit in snugly, as they need tight spaces to mimic burrows. Also include a humid hide filled with moss, kept damp to aid shedding. You can use cork bark pieces, leaf litter and moss for your royal python to create hiding places as they feel more secure in a busy environment. Also provide water in a container large enough for the snake to be submerged fully. Refresh daily or whenever it is soiled. Royal pythons need relatively high humidity to match the tropical environments where they are found. Measure the humidity daily using a digital hygrometer with a probe in the cool end. This should normally read between 50 and 60%. You should also create short humidity boosts up to 80% by spraying the vivarium with water once a day. If it remains high, you may need to increase the ventilation to prevent respiratory problems.
Set up your vivarium a week before introducing your royal python so you can regulate the temperature, lighting and humidity. Then allow a further week for them to fully settle in without handling, but do continue your daily checks during this time. As you can see, there are many aspects which need to be considered when setting up an enclosure for a reptile, and this video is just a short introduction. Please visit our website, where you'll find more helpful information on caring for a royal python, including nutrition and handling.